did want to try to at least drop a trial balloon on what I think is next for me.
Okay, do it.
So, I mean, to the topic of this conversation, I am an advocate for pharmacies marketing.
Okay.
And I'm not a pharmacist. I'm not a MBA, but I understand a little bit about the importance of marketing. And first thing is marketing and advertising are too confused, and marketing is bigger than that. But the one thing I heard, and I think it's more true than not, is trying to teach a pharmacist to be a marketer is like putting a round peg in a square hole. And it's just not in the nature of most of these people. They're selected to go to pharmacy school because they're very, very detail-oriented, task-oriented, and God bless America, because that's what I want, putting my pills in my bottles. But the point that I would make is you may not be the marketer, but you can hire one. And chances are that person is already working for you in your pharmacy. So the ability to get a technician or a clerk to get out of the store and go do these things many times is more practical than getting the pharmacist out. So just for example, what we've talked about is I can send my technician out to do stuff on Thursday afternoon between 2 and 4 when it's the slow time. The real problem arises is, I talk to pharmacists all the time who've tried to do doctor detailing and they never got a referral. Well, the problem is, what are you saying and doing when you go call on the doctor?
Yeah, they're having good coaching.
If you're going to the doctor's office and saying, hey, send me prescriptions, that's not effective. So you have to go in and talk about a patient, about a program, about a process, about something that you do that will help the doctor and the doctor's offices, and doing pre-approvals for drugs that have been rejected, or some of those things that I know people get talked about. So my dream, and it is a dream, not a plan, is to create something called the Independent Pharmacy Marketing Institute.
Okay.
And it would be an organization that would be developed to help the person in the pharmacy who is the part-time marketer interact with other people who are doing those same kinds of things and share ideas and get experience and get uplifted.
Just coaching.
So you talk about connect. I'd like to build a meeting with 900 pharmacy technicians who also have marketing as part of their job description.
Interesting. Yeah, and so what's cool about what you said is and Mark Bivens and I, our VPSL, were talking this morning, and he says, oh yeah, but this thing I'm about to say is sales 101. Everybody knows that. And I was like, yeah, it's like common sense. Common sense isn't common. And
that's right.
And where we feel, so you went in three directions. You went, hey, they shouldn't go in and just say, hey, we're the pharmacy down the street. Could you send us your business? Then the next step toward what they should be doing is you might say, hey, I'm here. I want to talk about patient X. And that's interesting.
Yeah.
But the pinnacle is to walk in and say, hey, we're the pharmacy down the street. What problems do you have that we can help with? What are you struggling with? Right?
I'm going to steal that, Jeff, because that's right.
Because that's exactly. Hey, we're here. We're trying to do more in our community. What problems do you have that we can help with? And that's it. And that's what Eric Larson, and you remember him because we physically visited him. But there's lots of our pharmacies are like that. That's their MO. They're just running around town.
Yep, Amina does it.
Amina's built tons of businesses pieces just by going around and saying, "What are you struggling with? What can we help you with?"
Well, I think Amina walked in with more of like a force of, hey, so you realize you're supposed to be doing these things and you get paid for it, but I can put a pharmacist here and we'll do these clinicals for you and we'll take 20%.
Yeah, once they say what their problem is, but let you solve their problem. Too often, Marcia and I used to hit every trade show, right? And so you have a very structured, and now we send other people to trade shows and you have to train them because, also often somebody walks up, Oh, pharmacy software. Tell us about it. Well, we and we and we and we and we and
It's the classic.
and it shouldn't be just like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
Tell me about your pharmacy.
Tell me about your pharmacy.
Well, like,
where are you? How many scripts do you
I
fill a
refer
day?
to it as the
Yeah, but-
classic first date mistake. Never talk about yourself. Talk about them.
Yeah, what's unique about your pharmacy? What is different? And then you can lead into what problems you're having. Sometimes if you start off with what problems you're having, it's kind of, I don't have any problems.
Right.
I'm not a problem. But what's unique about your pharmacy? You can say, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to achieve? What's next for you?
Well, I mean,
But
it's all about wording
But
there.
I love it.
what
But
are
that
your
is
current
about,
struggles?
well, it's not, there's a paradigm shift there, and not just about what you say, but how you think. In one modus, you're telling about something they may or may not need. You know, I love early on there was one, and you go through little phases where you do, where people come up and say, you know, why do I need Pioneer X? You might not.
Right.
Tell me about
You
what's
might
going
not.
on. You might not. What you're doing might be fine. What are you trying to do? What are you trying to achieve? Where do you want to be?
And I mean, how valuable would that 5-minute conversation be to the typical below average pharmacy owner who's struggling trying to figure out what to do?
Yeah. I love the tech marketer. All right. So when are you doing this institute? I like this. And that's what they need. They need to be trained. These aren't, even though somebody has been doing this and repping it like Mark, oh yeah, that's just second nature. That's 101. No, it's not.
It's second nature to
It's
him.
like I grew up on Zig Ziglar, and a lot of the concepts about work and about, you know, you need to give somebody everything they should expect from you and then some. And then some is the success piece. The other piece is just, hey, I do the work and I get paid. I
Have
grow.
anything in the world you want as long as you help everybody
Somebody else get what they want.